in your mind, kind of know what you're going to do?
Well, we've talked about offensively, our offensive staff, about this is kind of what we're thinking right now. Again, it's early in the week, as it is just a Monday, but probably the next few days we'll kind of sort out exactly what our game plan will be. We have a pretty good idea already, of course, and how our rotation will be with quarterbacks. But it's going to be a feel thing. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, this guy's going to play 20 plays and this guy's going to play 15 plays. It's going to be a feel thing, and we'll get them all ready.
You said it's a feel thing, but can you say, if whoever is the starter, a percentage? Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. I said we got to get 3 guys ready to play, and that's been our hope, our expectation during camp. We think we've got that, or at least closer to that end, and we'll see what happens in game time. Even if I knew it, I wouldn't say it right now. Why would I?
With the youth on defense, especially in the secondary, you're going to need to score a lot of points, maybe some shootout games. If you're going to play 3 quarterbacks, can you score that many? Can you have shootouts when you don't have one true guy or even 2?
Oh, we've played 2 quarterbacks in the past. I don't know whether who's behind the center. I think it's a matter of execution offensively, but I hope it's not the case that we have to have shootouts. I think our defense would take exception to that. I think then our defensive staff, but we've got to play well. We know that. If we don't play well, we won't win. Not against UConn. So we've got to play well. We've got to execute offensively, whoever the quarterback is. And we've got to make plays on special teams too. Let's not forget they've been very good. They had 3 kickoff returns last year for touchdowns on special teams, and we've got to play well on special teams. And we've probably done more work, at least meeting time with special teams, than we've had ever done. And then I think our guys have really responded well to it.
If you took it back 12 months, what is the area that Denard has come the farthest from then to now?
Well, probably just his knowledge of what we want to do offensively. I think when you first, and I've probably said this many times to you all that have covered us, that when you first come in, you're usually just worried about what you do. When the play is called, what do I do to do my job? And then as you progress, you learn about what the whole team, the offense does. What the running backs, receivers, and the line, everybody's doing. And then the next phase is to learn how they're defending us defensively. And then after that is, what do we do when they're defending us this way? I think when Denard was playing last year, he obviously knew what we were doing offensively quite a bit, where receivers were going. May not know why they were doing that. But I think now he understands some of the whys, and also how defenses are defending us. And there's still a lot of growth to be there. Most freshmen get redshirted when they come, and it would have been nice to be able to redshirt him last year, but we needed him to play. That experience will help, but he's going to get so much better, as will all the guys, I would hope, over the next 3 months and over the next couple of years.
Coach, speaking of redshirting, you said that you like to play the best players possible, and you mentioned that Gardner might not redshirt. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Well, when we recruit, we're not in the process, and most coaches aren't, of promising a guy he'll start as soon as he gets there. That's not fair to them. That's not fair to the guys that are currently on the team. What we tell them, if we're recruiting you, is because we believe you can play, and how quickly you'll play is depending on how quickly you can learn, and if you're ready physically as well. Devin he's very mature mentally. He's learned the system very well. He's got a lot of physical tools, but he's still learning our offense. And if he's ready to play as a freshman, we'll put him in there. We don't ever want to put a guy in there if he's not ready physically and mentally. And some young guys are ready earlier. What's typical in this level is most freshmen get redshirted because they're not as physically or mentally ready as guys that have been in a program 2 or 3 years. We're at the point now where the young guys are going to play. 2 or 3 years from now, that may not be the case. I don't know.